Hello and welcome to the Killer Radio Show.
Hello.
I can hear you. I can't really hear me, but I'm assuming I'm out there.
Mic 3. Mic 3.
I don't know. Hello? Hello? Check?
Hello.
Yeah, we're getting levels. It's probably these headphones. Welcome to the Killer Radio Show on riverwestradio.com. We are live on Election Sunday. Election Tuesday? Election Tuesday.
Sunday.
Election Sunday sounds better, actually. So we should say that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have music going. We can turn that down. But,
Give me those cans.
Welcome to the Killer Radio Show on riverwestradio.com. I'm your host, Ryan Mason. And I'm joined right now by Eric Thorson. And Jason Hillman is somewhere. We're not really sure where he is, but he's somewhere.
His tardy self.
Yeah, he's probably just rounding up some food to eat on mic. That's probably what he's heading out for right now, I would assume.
Look at that a little.
But yeah, welcome to the show.
How's it going, everybody? Hope everybody voted.
Yeah, I hope everyone voted. Did you vote, Eric?
Of course I did. Got it. Cool, thank you. Yeah, I voted early, but I'm wearing the sticker now for the free beer, so.
Did you have any stories you wanted to share about voting?
I live tweeted my wait in line, if anybody follows me on Twitter.
Oh.
That was riveting.
That sounds fascinating, Eric.
Yeah, it was really fun. And the news cameras were there, so hopefully they drop my Twitter name when I'm on the news tweeting. Hopefully they do that. That would be cool.
That would be good. You really want to get a following of people that watch the news on a regular basis.
Yeah.
That'd be really good.
Because I have a lot of intellectual tweets, so they should follow me for my insights about hot topics.
Yeah.
Not hot topic, hot topics.
Hot topics such as Hot Topic.
Yeah.
So you voted, what day did you vote?
Thursday. I was going to vote on Halloween. I thought that would be fun. Vote on my costume.
These headphones are not working.
Yeah, I got one ear.
Yeah, it is a cluster F in here tonight. There's a lot of people here. River West is a buzz probably because of the elections. So there's a lot of people moving in and out of the store. So if it's loud, sorry. We've got a good show though. We've got a couple of people coming on to play some music.
Live music.
I don't have their names, so Steve Bree is write them on this piece of paper and giving to me. And,
in-studio performance.
First in-studio performance for the Killer Radio Show, so that's pretty exciting.
Yeah.
So we've got that going on, and then we've got the Milltown Kings, which is, they'll probably have to explain themselves, because I won't do a good job of it, but some sort of
doing a good job right
group.
now.
Yeah. They're a something.
Yeah, they're around here and they do something. Glad to have them.
Sarah made us more gluten-free goodies. I'm trying gluten-free cornbread.
Yeah.
You can all probably guess how that goes, but it's pretty good. It's okay. It's all right. It's all right.
It's delicious.
It's not Sarah's fault. Like I've given her a strict set of rules for what I could eat.
Yeah.
So whatever she makes, she's like within the boundaries of. She could be the best baker in the world, but like the fact that I'm like, okay, but don't use flour. That like, I think that hinders her a bit. So on the show tonight we have the New Seven, which is Tony and Morgan, and we've got Miles Long and Faye Tall from the Milltown Kings.
Way better than the old seven. They're way better than the old seven.
That's right. That's right, they are. So you voted. I voted too. Did you? What was your story from voting other than tweeting? You tweeted while you voted. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. I had to register and vote, so I figured I'd do it early and not wait in this terrible weather. You know, like in the rain, sleet, snow. 2-hour wait for registering and actually voting.
For some stupid thing like voting, right?
For some stupid thing nobody cares about, like the presidential election.
Yeah. I'm looking for the end of this cord, but I'm never gonna find it. Either way.
I think that like if I vote early, I should be able to like abstain for all of like the calls and stuff. Like, you know what I mean? Like once I vote, then I should stop getting those robocalls and I should stop getting the flyers. Cause like I already voted.
I would agree. I mean, I heard somebody on the radio saying like, when is the last ad scheduled for? And it was at like 5:30 in Wisconsin. Like the polls closed at 8, but they were still having ads running probably until like 6.
Yeah.
I would imagine, but it would be nice if you could opt out of that. But then again, everybody would opt out of it.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh, I voted. No,
if only we could vote on that.
Yeah, if only there was like a federal do not call list for like federal calls.
Yeah, that would be nice. So how do you think the election's gonna go? You voted. You saw some early returns. What's up? How do you feel?
I hope it's for another term for Obama. I really do.
Yeah. Do you think that's going to happen, though?
It's looking scary. Like, I first started watching the exit polls as soon as the first poll closed, and then it was for Romney right away.
Yeah, it's because, like, all the red states closed early. Like, yeah, when you first look at the first poll closings are always going to be like Alabama, Georgia.
South Carolina.
Yeah, it's like all the traditionally red states. South Carolina, yeah.
Virginia was too close to call, though.
Yeah, I think it's probably called by now,
Still
but
the same as when I first.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What's the official count, Steve? Can we get an official count?
48% Obama, 51% Trump.
For what?
you got to repeat what he says so people can hear you.
I didn't.
Obama,
What is it?
48%,
48% Obama?
and 51% that's the popular vote.
And 51%. That's the popular vote.
Yeah, but that's not the one that matters, Steve.
Yeah, well, let's talk electoral stuff.
I don't know. Every website out there is the best website to go to. Like, what website is not telling you the returns?
I don't know.
Like CNN.com or
MSNBC, CBS, Fox.
CBS News is some bull crap.
Yeah. Yeah. MSNBC is probably a good one.
Yeah. I don't know. I saw that they called, the AP was calling Ohio for Obama earlier, and that's always a really good
big.
sign. Like, Ohio's always huge. And they also were calling Florida for Romney, which is another big one. So
Yeah.
I think we're in for it. Like, if we get any news during the middle of this, if you are listening live, we'll let you know what's going on.
Yeah.
Hard-hitting political commentary from the Killer Radio Show this week.
That's right.
Generally, we don't talk about politics other than, like, us yelling at Jason about something or other, but he's not here, so...
We did one for the recall election, too, though, I guess.
Yeah, that's true. We were on the air for the recall election. And I remember we thought that, like, there's no way we'll be able to call this election. It's going to go all night. And then, like, 9 o'clock rolled around, and they're like, yeah, they called it already. We're like, oh.
And then we were sad for a while.
Yeah, it went early. I remember, like, we got out of here and went to, like, Bremen Cafe.
And got a free shot.
And, yep, got a free shot. And, like, everybody was all, like, sad and all that. But we're still standing.
What do you think about the Senate race?
The Tammy Baldwin, the Tammy Thompson race.
Tammy Thompson, yeah.
I don't know. Like, I think that one's going to be closer than the presidential one here. I really do. Because I think that there are people out there that maybe are not going to vote for Tammy Baldwin who may, in fact, be voting for Barack Obama because she is, more liberal.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
More liberal than Pelosi.
Yeah, all those commercials. I think, like, just saying that is, to me, it's like, that's almost a positive. Like, get a crazy person in there. Let's shake it up a little.
Shake it up a lot. That's what I say.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
But yeah, did you vote for her? Do you want to stay on the air?
Yes, absolutely.
You did.
Damn right I
You're
did.
damn right. You're damn right. If you don't live in Wisconsin, you didn't get to hear all those "you're damn right" commercials. But if you did live in Wisconsin, you know exactly what we're talking about.
Yeah. No, I totally voted for her. I'm a liberal guy, so.
Sure.
Plus, I mean, they said that Tommy Thompson's never lost any kind of election ever, they said. All of the stuff for, like, when he was governor.
So you're saying he's due?
He's
is what
due.
you're saying?
He's due. Yeah, absolutely.
You can't be right all the time. I get
for
that.
us anymore. Like, all those-
Yeah.
I thought it was pretty terrible though when they politicized like the 9/11 thing. That was pretty disgusting. When they were saying how like Tammy Baldwin voted against all of like the memorial for the 9/11 survivors.
Yeah, it was a bill that was actually tied to a couple other bills, and she was voting against them. It was like, I think it was the actual, like, it was the Patriot Act vote where there was a couple of people actually voted against the renewing of the Patriot Act, but it was tied to some 9/11, like, I don't want to say 9/11 stimulus, but it was tied to some support for the 9/11 thing, which was stupid. Those things should be independent completely, but
Absolutely.
like, yeah. In fact, 9/11 should have been independent of the Patriot Act, but whatever. Whatever you believe is fine, though. Whatever you believe is fine.
Yep. And if not, too bad.
Yeah, she's super liberal, so I don't know, like, isn't it, like, maybe you don't agree with everything that she does, but she's super duper liberal, so if, like, even if you're moderately liberal, or when you vote for her, just knowing that there are super duper right-wing people on the ballot, too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, what if Todd Aiken gets in there? Like, don't we need a balancing factor? Don't we need, like, one, like, super duper liberal to be on the legislature? Like, that's kind of why I'm into it. I'm fine, like, there's going to be other people introducing bills that are going to be super crazy on the right, so let's do it on the left, too. Like, let's balance it out.
And it's interesting too that like on this ballot you weren't allowed to vote like strict straight party. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. So like you had there could be people that they vote for Barack Obama and Tommy Thompson. Like that could totally happen.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how plausible it is, but I know that there are people, I'm sure there's somebody out there that did that, But they did label everything on the ballot. Have you ever been to I voted once where like they had the ballot and then they had all of the names on there, but they didn't have like which party they belonged to.
Wow, yeah.
That was crazy. I was like, who could possibly do this? Like, so you either had to vote straight party or go through it, and it was like it would void if it wasn't done correctly, which was the other part. I was like, that is nutbargs. Yep, I'm gonna say that. It's nutbargs. It was a combination of nutburgers and nutbars. Nutbargs.
I like that.
But yeah, that makes it really difficult. Oh, Jason's here.
Yeah,
Jason's here.
He had to wait for the, poll.
Oh, welcome, Jason.
Yeah.
Hi, sorry I'm late. Sorry.
Oh, apologies all around.
Yeah.
I don't know if I should turn your mic on or put you in the penalty box
Yeah,
here.
there you go. Put me in timeout. I have to go sit in the corner.
We're joined by our third host, Jason Hillman.
Hey, hi.
Of the Cast of Killers.
How's it going?
You should say
Hi.
that we
Hey.
are the Cast of Killers arm of the radio arm of the Cast of Killers. We're a comedy collective in Milwaukee. We're all stand-up comics. That's why we do the show.
Leprosy-ridden arm.
Yes, we are. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
Gangrene.
Wouldn't that be cool? Do you guys watch like Around the Horn? Wouldn't that be cool if like Ryan, if you had the ability to like mute us once in a while for like points?
There's nothing cool about Around the Horn. I'm gonna go ahead and say that.
I'm sorry. I'm late to the party, obviously. Again, I apologize.
Yeah, we already
What
made our
is
way through.
all of this?
I don't know. Sarah made food.
Yeah. And
There's
there's
no regular.
It took 2
Election
seconds
food.
for Jason to make a visual reference. New record on the show. Yeah, there's food here. This is all gluten-free
Don't
stuff.
explain it all.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. There
And
is.
you were moving your hands, so like nobody could really refer to like what you were talking about.
I barely know where I am half the time. Okay, so
Why are
in
you
front of
late,
me
first of
inside. Why am I late? Tenant stuff. I had to write up a letter for somebody. I'd like to blame it on voting because everyone seemed to be complaining that it took so long, but it was actually a breeze.
Breeze.
Yeah.
No, it's probably because you forgot to do your clock thing, right? Is that why?
Oh yeah, that thing. Yeah.
Are you blaming me?
I didn't. I wasn't. He said your name. I said it was a breeze.
Shut up, Steve.
Just because your last name happens to be Breeze doesn't mean we're always talking.
That's not your last name.
Nobody's talking to you, Steve.
I am my last name. Come on, man. We're friends.
We're not friends.
Steve didn't vote, so I don't think he should be allowed to
And
participate in this.
That's right. I'm trying to figure out these headphones. So did you vote today? You're probably one of the only
Steve,
ones that
I'm very sorry. What's your last name?
Salerno.
Salerno. Yeah, you might have mentioned that 3 times in the time we've known each other. You've been Steve Breeze. Every single moment of every interaction we've had. Did I vote? Yeah, sure. But I was
All right.
glad that
Wait,
no one
yeah.
else mentioned it.
Yeah, sure. That doesn't sound like.
Yeah, sure, I did. Yes, I did. I did. It's a
Okay.
thing that I did.
Yeah, sure I did. Yeah, whatever.
Ugh,
You did.
I feel filthy.
Why do you feel filthy?
You look pretty filthy.
Thank you so much, Eric. Coming from you, that means very little. I don't know. I feel scummy.
Just for voting or what?
Yeah, I didn't like anything happening on that piece of paper that I had to mark with my lead pencil. I was just happy to keep.
With a lead pencil?
Well, I don't know, whatever the hell it was.
It was lead.
2.
Graphite number 2. Okay. Details, man. Sorry. Yeah, but you know, whatever keeps abortions legal. You know what I'm saying? That's really the platform I'm coming from.
That's good, Jason.
Whatever keeps abortions afloat.
So at least you have an issue. You've got an issue, so that's good.
Yeah, more than one. Oh!
I finally figured out these headphones. I'm so happy now because we're gonna have live music in a little bit, which is really cool
Yeah,
from the
I'm
new
excited
7.
for
So
that. Yeah.
I'm excited for that. Are you excited? We're gonna have live music tonight.
I'm pretty pumped.
Yeah.
I gotta tell you, the less work I have to do, the more pumped I get about things.
I would tend to agree with that. I mean, you made it here on time, so that's what matters. Hey, those are pretty good.
Can you pass me a piece of cornbread?
You have to eat these brownies in a bowl because they're gluten-free, but they're pretty good. I don't care. Brownies in a bowl. Give me some gluten-free ice cream and I'll be set. So the election, what stories do you have though from the polls? You went today, so you're the only one. Do you have anything, like was it easy breezy getting in and out? And did anybody hassle you? Were there poll watchers there?
Fist fights? Any
Easy
fist
breezy,
fights?
beautiful democracy girl.
Any fist fights?
Actually, I went a couple, like an hour and a half ago. So
Really?
that's at school on Buffum. I went there, and it was. I walked in. I hey, my name's this, and so here you go, and then there you go, and then open space, and then.
My name is Jason, and I'm here to say that I like to vote on election day.
Yeah,
So give me my
white,
ballot, and
white.
I'll head on through. I'm gonna make sure to vote like a Jew, cause I'm Jason. That's it. That's all I got.
That was
Not bad.
That was pretty nice. Yeah.
Check the rhyme, you guys. Check the
Wicked,
rhyme.
wicked. You should like drop the mic right now.
I could because I have to hold the mic this week because there's no stand. It's bogus.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was
Steve,
pretty
fix that mic
simple.
stand.
Which mic stand?
Sorry.
So, you got in and out. Were there little kids trying to
Oh,
sell you
in out, in
cookies?
out, yeah.
Were there little kids trying to sell you cookies? Because there always is at like.
No, there was nobody trying to make any kind of eye contact with me whatsoever in any way, shape, or form.
So mostly like your regular life, pretty much.
Yeah.
It's like
yeah.
being at a bar.
People avoiding my gaze at all opportunities.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. I thought it was interesting. Like when I went to I voted early, like you did. How many people were like really like people were voting early, but they were still concerned about their ballots. I was like, you didn't research like any of why you're voting early or like where your ballot goes. So when you get here, you're just asking 9,000 questions. Like, hey, like how about instead of asking these questions, you just pull out your phone and you Google it. Like that's what I would have done if I was one of the poll workers. But all the poll workers had like infinite effing patience, which they have to, you know. I'm like, I was just like, how do you people deal with it?
Yeah, that was actually the calmest presidential election I've participated in, and at least when I went. Usually I go early in the morning, and I was going to go at like 7 o'clock this morning, but then I was like, oh, or I could lay here for another hour and a half. So I usually it's like a line, and I have to stand there and listen to people get out their last minute nonsensical opinions.
Oh
and
yeah,
stuff.
that's
And, like,
the worst.
The last minute push influencers, like people that are trying like, hey, listen, I know you probably think this, you're here, you've already made up your mind, but get away from me.
Nobody did that this time around?
There was nobody. There was literally like nobody there. There was maybe 40 people total in the whole building at the time.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I didn't have much. Yeah, I walked in and out. Democracy was smooth.
Boom.
Yeah.
I remember that happened to me when I voted in the Scott Walker recall. There was a guy who was a liberal who was there, and he was just like berating anybody who had like a Scott Walker pin or something like that.
Which makes you just as bad
I
as
know,
the
like
other
I was
side.
like, I was like, why, like. I'm like, you're making all of us look bad, dude. Like,
Yeah,
we're
totally.
here to support whatever. Like,
That's the problem. Like everything that we believe in, I don't know about you guys. I'll speak for myself, but like everything that I believe in, there's so many people that that believe the same things I do that are just as violent and awful and obnoxious as the people that they are rallying against for being annoying and awful and obnoxious.
Yeah.
I agree with you on a personal level. Like, I think personally, there's probably just as bad on both sides, but from like a political and I guess media level, I think there's one that is much stronger than the other. Like, one of them has their own news network that basically tells lies, and then the other one has a boring news network. Like,
It's very bipartisan of you. Good job.
no, but I mean, like, I think that is bipartisan. Like,
But one side has MSNBC, one side has Fox News. Congratulations.
but I'm saying one of those is worse than the other.
Wait, which one's the boring one?
Well, they're both boring, but like, I'm
But
saying.
both of them are so okay. One of them serves up lies, and one of them serves up what is supposed to be interpreted as some reasonable impression of the truth.
Yeah.
Whatever, but it's still
Less
a bunch of
spin,
talking
less
heads.
spin, less.
It's all a bunch of. No one gets around to actually
Well, at least-
talking about the impact and the consequences of these things that are happening in the news. They're too busy shoving their opinion down everybody's throat. If it's not just one person, it's like one other person, and those two people are arguing, and then some other third person has to jump in, and then
I
like,
think to
oh,
say
look,
that they're
6 more
both
people
equal,
have to
though,
jump in,
that-
and then the intern has to throw in their opinion.
I don't think to say that they're both equal though. It's just like it's a false equivalency. Like one's
One's smart awful, and one's dumb awful.
How could they both
Yeah, that's
be
accurate. That's
exactly?
accurate.
How could they both be exactly as evil? Like how can they both be as evil? Like that for it to mathematically work out down the center, like that seems impossible.
No, the point you're making is that Fox News is worse because they spew lies and they actually make people more stupid and less informed
Yeah.
by watching them. And I agree with you that that's worse than MSNBC, but MSNBC doesn't do any favors for the people that are listening to it to get the opposite of what Fox News is offering. So they keep level, whereas people who watch Fox News devolve a little bit. MSNBC doesn't do anything to enhance the conversation. They just are having a whole bunch of conversations.
Well, isn't the opposite of bull crap like at least mildly the truth? Like, and you want them to be like extra the truth? Like, what do you want? Like, there is no
Objectivity.
opposite.
I want someone, just people talking about things that aren't heated, that aren't talking heads. I want pure objectivity.
Yeah, you want PBS. It's really boring.
Fair enough. McLaren NewsHour. I should just watch that all the time.
I guess I don't know if I don't want that. Like, I just want something to cancel out the noise on the other side. That's all I want.
love Fox News. I don't know. That's like the funniest station on TV.
Oh, I think I watch more Republican
You listen to
media.
that radio. You listen to it on the radio.
Oh, I listen to Republican radio every day of my life.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I don't know what happened to Dennis Miller in the last 10 years. It's like the
hair
same
got
thing that
bigger.
happened to like Oliver Stone. Is that at some point their entire perspective about the world shifted. Like Dennis Miller is all of a sudden like a fiery Republican now, like a
I wouldn't
right-wing
characterize him as
Republican.
fiery. He's like a beaten man, kind of.
Oh, I was listening to him ramble the other day. I was in
He's a walking thesaurus. That's what he is.
but he was talking about Obama in the same kind of with the same weird perspective that Rush Limbaugh offers.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a
Well, they're all speaking from the same script, Jason. That's like how it works, right?
Hearing Dennis Miller do it is
Remember
kind
when
of
he did?
disheartening.
Remember when he did Monday Night Football? Dennis Miller?
Yeah.
That was awesome.
That was a huge mistake.
What do you mean? That was like the best like year of football for Monday night.
It was terrible. It was almost as bad as the Kornheiser one. Yeah, it was like, oh, Reggie White's throwing sacks like NAFTA throwing sacks of rice to Bilbao. Like what? Like who cares? Like stop gumming up the play. Like
That was great.
oh man, nothing. I got like Brett Favre's throwing picks out like Bob Dylan on 1962, the first time he went electric. Right, like picks, like guitar picks.
Guitar picks, sure.
That was my impression.
good,
Pretty
yeah.
bad. Pretty awful. Let's hear can you do an impression of?
I don't know.
I don't think your vocabulary is not even big enough to
Yeah, I
make
don't
fun of Dennis Miller.
I don't think it is. It definitely isn't.
Yeah, this is my impression of Eric doing an impression of Dennis Miller.
Here we go. Here we go.
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Obama. Pretty good, huh?
Spot on.
I think I got that word wrong. Either way.
Obama, where? What?
So we voted. You guys, do you honestly have a sense of how you think it's going to turn out, though? Let's make some predictions here. Let's go. We have
290.
We have no facts. We have zero facts, so let's.
I'm just calling 290 for Obama.
Well, electoral votes.
That's not enough to
Obama
win.
was up.
270 is to win.
Oh, I guess that's enough to win then.
Hey, Steve, pull these up. Last time I checked, Obama was up in electoral votes, but Romney was up in the popular vote.
I think Romney will win the popular vote, actually.
But the popular vote doesn't elect the president, though. It's
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all.
Or else Gore would have been president.
Yeah.
Romney has 153 and Obama has 148.
153, 148.
I'm sorry, who has
electoral?
153?
Romney.
And Obama has how many?
148.
Oh,
That's
Romney's in the lead right now.
California has.
Yeah,
is
but
not-
how many states are reporting? Because I mean, like, Wisconsin, we just closed our polls half an hour ago, so there's
Can
no
you check
way-
on your phone? Like,
Johnson.
Steve knows so little about politics that like having him shout out numbers just seems odd to me. Like he could be lying.
Yeah, that's true.
He could be getting this wrong. He's probably are you on Reddit right now? Don't be on Reddit.
Wikipedia is announcing.
Wikipedia is announcing that this is the 2012
Reddit will just be
election.
announcing that Obama won all night. That's what Reddit will be doing.
I don't know if I don't have any reputable news sources on my phone, but I've got BuzzFeed. Wait, they won't call it, right? I've got Huffington Post. Let's all pull a
That's where
different
I'm
one
at.
up.
I'm at right now.
Huffington Post will be it'll be right, won't it? Let's see here. Latest exit polls.
Well, they're stealing from the best sources.
Yeah. We're gonna be coming up. On the break here, and we'll have the new 7 after this. If you have any tweets, any questions you want us to ask the new 7, tweet at Cast of Killers, cast with an E, #Killer Radio, and we'll ask those questions on the air. Any tweets that you want to ask us, if you have political questions, send them our way, because we will talk about it. All right?
Yes,
you know
we
what I'm
will.
saying? This
Men preferred Romney by 51 to 47%, while women favored Obama 57 to 42.
oh. Somebody's got away with
funny.
the ladies.
Yeah.
It's probably because, I don't know why. Because he's more attractive? I don't know. Because he doesn't want to get rid of contraception.
Right.
And NBC.
But men don't care about
Obama
that.
takes Pennsylvania, you guys.
That's
a big one.
Yeah, more like Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
There's a lot of guys vote there, right?
Yeah.
There's-
More like Pennsylvania, right? I don't know. Any other hot predictions? Any other hot off the polls, you guys? Poll hatters? Hot polls coming out of these
In
guys.
Ohio, white working class less unfriendly to Obama. Go white working class.
White working class. That's got to be tough. There aren't very many. I mean, what with the job numbers?
Obama apparently played hoops with Scottie Pippen on election day today. That's breaking news.
All news.
That is breaking
Yeah.
news.
I wonder who won. Obama versus Pippen, 1-on-1. Who you got?
I mean, Pippen's a lockdown defender, one of the 50 greatest NBA players of all time. I think that goes without saying.
But what would Scottie Pippen do if he had to push the button?
Scottie Pippen now or 92? He would call Michael Jordan. He would call Michael Jordan. Hey, Mike, do you think I should push the button? Yeah, push it, Scotty. That's what I imagine he would do. He would pass it to Steve Kerr. That's what he would do.
That's what he would do.
He'd be like, Michael Jordan wouldn't be available and he wouldn't know what to do. He'd call like Will Perdue, and Will Perdue would make a sound decision. That's what I think would happen.
No, you got
What was his name? What was the coach's name? He called
Phil
him
Jackson?
Phil Jackson, yeah.
Yeah. The coaches.
The Zen Master? Come on, man.
Drug problem, Eric. Drug problem. Leave me alone.
Yeah. More like basketball problem,
Yeah.
am I right?
I think the Worm would be his VP. I think.
Who would Scottie
We have to
Pippen?
talk about
Scotty,
Dennis Rodman.
see, Scotty couldn't name Michael Jordan as his VP. It's
No, the Worm.
because Mike Jordan wouldn't. He would not do it. Michael Jeffrey Jordan would not. He would not sign on to be anybody's
Oh,
vice.
Dennis
Snap.
Rodman. Dennis Rodman.
He said his
Pippen-
whole name.
Pippen Rodman.
You know, if you say that 5 times in a mirror.
He appears and takes all your money to gamble it away.
Nice. That's good.
Oh man, do love me some Michael
dog?
Jordan. Oh, there's a dog here.
I wonder
Man.
if he likes gluten-free stuff.
I don't know. I wouldn't feed a random dog random food. That's never a good idea. Hey, if you have poll results, tweet them to @CastofKillers #Killer Radio.
Was it only 8:30?
Even if they're phony baloney.
Sound excited for the
Yeah. What are you?
another hour and a half of this bull crap? Oh my god.
I have something that we can talk about, but I know we're gonna bring. Well, since it's not quite 8:30, I went to an arcade game museum that had all the games turned to a free setting.
Where was this?
It's in Chicago. It's called Lincoln Hardware, I believe, or Logan Hardware. It's in Logan Square.
Logan Hardware.
Logan Hardware, and it's a record shop, but they have a back room that has like probably like 25 to 30
What are we
arcade
talking?
games.
Like asteroids?
Pinball, Asteroid,
Dug?
Punch Out, Super Smash Brothers TV, like every era really.
Oh, I'm sorry. Smash TV? Like
Yeah.
The top-down one?
Yes.
Where you had like the 2 controllers. You
Yep.
control them. Oh my god.
It was really good.
Oh my
So I
God.
wanted to ask you guys, what's your favorite arcade games of all time?
Of all time.
I'm gonna tell an arcade story.
This is something Jason will vote on with
Yeah,
pleasure.
Exactly.
And
When I
how?
lived in State College and was not being molested because I said no to going to football camp.
The one that got away.
Yeah. There was this square. It was like block. It was a theater on one side. There was this diner called Babies on one end, and on the center of the block at the end was this place called Playland.
Wait, time out. Like, did you think hanging out at the arcade was safer? Because I guarantee that
That's me. That's like a recruiting tool.
yeah. I've got all these quarters, boys, and I got nowhere to put them. What's that behind your ear? It's a quarter.
They're in my pockets. Fish them out.
There was this nice old man who always had quarters and fudgicles.
And he helped me beat Moonwalker.
Yeah.
It was a huge arcade though. It was like you'd walk in and it was a room. It was about the size of, you can't see it obviously because the stage and then over to the other end of the video store here.
Again, anybody
But it's all-
listening on headphones can't see that.
Exactly, I know. But it was a large room. full of brand new games. And then you walk in the center, and it was all the things that have been out for like there was maybe 67 games.
Whoa.
Have been out for a couple of years. All the Street Fighters, Mortal Kombat, the racing ones. Moonwalker was one of them. Double Dragon, and then in the back you had maybe like 50-some classics.
We talking Battletoads up in there?
Battletoads, yes. Battletoads. Oh my God.
Yeah. Battletoads. Greatest
Battletoads
soundtrack
versus Double Dragon.
The soundtrack, yeah.
to a game that was in like mono. Best soundtrack I've ever seen on a game.
That had one of the most infuriating levels in a side scroller I've ever played in my life. When you were on that boat hover thing,
Oh,
and you
I
had
know
to
what you're
maneuver
talking
between the
about. Very hard.
walls.
Yeah, very hard. You have to like guess
Should
the
apologize to our female
They
listeners.
would blink. They would blink for like a second.
female listeners.
Listeners.
Yeah, one's right there. I'm apologizing to Sarah.
Huh?
Yeah, what's your,
Battletoads.
what is your favorite game?
Remember
then?
Battletoads versus Double Dragon?
Yes,
Not
yes, I do.
Battletoads versus, they teamed up somehow.
Yes, it was awesome.
I know.
Streets of Rage. was
Streets
my-
of Rage is a
Streets
good
of
one.
Rage.
That
Streets
was
of
one
Rage
of those
is
that
your favorite?
legitimized the Genesis existence.
Yeah, Sega Genesis. Not arcade games, but just regular Sega Genesis.
Streets of
I
Rage.
had a lot of favorite.
Remember
arcade
Streets of
games.
Rage 3? You could be the kangaroo.
Yes.
No, but fantastic.
I love that there's no follow up to that. Like you're just like, remember you could be the kangaroo and
Remember, you could be the kangaroo.
It was cool. I don't know.
it was cool.
Man, I had a lot of arcade games. I liked.
Pick one. I've
video
asked you to pick one. Like put one on the pedestal. What was the one that you love to play the most?
I was a Street Fighter junkie.
Okay, Street Fighter. What's wrong with Street Fighter?
Nothing.
It's a good game.
1945.
The airplane game?
Because I have a lot of. I liked Mortal Kombat. I liked Samurai Showdown. I liked
That game
Virtua
was awesome.
Fighter. I liked a lot of fighting games.
Fighting games. Okay.
Complex
1945.
ones.
I think I was more of a pinball guy.
Pinball.
Yeah. I liked the Judge Dredd pinball game for some reason. Really sticks out in my mind.
Area 51 is always a favorite of mine. Area 51.
Area 51
That
is a
one's
good one.
fun. Yeah.
Remember the Aerosmith Revolution game?
Oh,
yeah.
CDs and shit?
That was like, there was a really, really, really bad arcade in Marinette, where I'm from, and that was one of the games there. Was the
It was always
Aerosmith-
broken, as I recall.
Yeah, it was always.
Oh no, you know what? Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the arcade game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, that's got to
Plus
be on
the-
almost everyone's list,
Yeah,
right?
and the X-Men one that was kind of
Yeah.
like that.
Well, any of those four-person side
Yeah.
scrollers. The Simpsons is a great one
Yeah,
too.
The Simpsons.
Yeah,
one.
that
You could
was
be
a
Marge
really
with the vacuum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a really
game.
those were good games. Yeah.
How much would you pay for like the Ninja Turtles arcade game to be in your house now?
$1,200.
You would just outright.
$1,200.
I think like I think
Well,
I
you
could.
know what? Hold on.
I would go like eight. I would go 8.
I have a feeling that like if I was deciding between a wedding ring and the X-Men side-scrolling arcade four-person game, and like I just unveiled it and said, "Will you marry me?" That probably my girlfriend would say yes. I'm not gonna say
I'd
she'd
like
say
to
yes
think
right away.
I'd like to think that if I was gonna marry a woman, like if I had made that,
She better say
yeah,
yes.
she would be the kind of person that would hate me if I got her a wedding ring and would love me if I came home with like, this is what will go in our bedroom.
It's gonna be the most annoying loud thing, and it's gonna suck up a ton of power. I did
be
like.
worth it.
I did like.
worth it.
I did like the X-Men game Colossus, where you could just like hit that button and a big force field popped out of him.
You guys play Marvel vs. Capcom? Do you like
Yeah.
that?
Oh,
yeah. That game's awesome.
Oh man,
I almost bought Marvel vs. Capcom 3 today.
this conversation delineated into some real heavy nerd video
Yeah, we
game
just
stuff.
high-fived over
Yeah.
Marvel vs. Capcom is one of the best games ever created.
You guys
Like,
remember all those girls that were walking behind us during the arcade game playing that we were doing? Oh yeah, I don't remember them
what?
either.
No.
I don't remember them either.
I'm sorry that there's more to life than girls, Ryan. I don't know what your problem is, but I like to think that I have
Chicks,
interests
man.
outside of trying to impress people.
I'm not saying that.
If you demand validation from women for your daily actions, that's your problem, man.
What if one of my daily actions is beating X-Men?
Exactly.
the right woman.
Be proud. Be
Yeah.
proud.
Yeah, the
Actually,
Ninja
my
Turtles game
goal
is
is to
good.
find someone to beat X-Men with.
Oh,
Not
that's
beat them with X-Men. That would
Your high score could be like
Maybe-
your
maybe get
initials
two of 'em.
combined. That's adorable.
Oh my God. I would say I do. Number one.
yeah. Whoa. Oh man.
That's my
score-
dream woman.
My high score initials are always ASS because I'm mature.
Yeah.
High five. Yeah.
I think I was also an ass.
Yeah, you're right.
So yeah, Logan Hardware, check it out. It's also a really cool record store. I bought a couple of new records.
Which one?
I bought Ram, which is the Paul and Linda McCartney
Oh, yeah, sure.
album.
Uh-huh.
I bought What else did I buy?
Some Simon Garfunkel.
Yep, no, just Garfunkel.
Oh, just
Garfunkel's solo album I bought. I didn't buy it because it's a good album. I bought it because it's funny to have.
What's it called?
I don't know what it's called. It's like it reminds me
Fine
of
art?
It reminds me of like Millhouse's dad's album. Can I borrow a feeling? That's what it reminds me of. Or Can You Spare a Feel? Is that what it is?
I don't know.
I feel like you should know that.
I let you down. I don't know.
You did let me down. How about one more? But I can't remember it offhand. It's probably something a little more fun than those two.
I think I wasn't far off when it came to Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the arcade game.
Yeah, how much is it?
It's $17.80 is what it's at right now.
Ooh, you might be able to haggle it down. How do you get? That's the thing, though. You can maybe buy it for that much, but where is it, and how do you get it to your
Right,
house?
yeah. It's probably like
This one's in Brighton, Michigan.
Strapped to you? Who do you
Let's
call?
go.
Let's go, yeah.
If I
Yeah.
have $17.50 to throw at the arcade, I'm sure I can shift it. Or
Yeah.
ship it. I mean, I'm sure I can get it to where I need it to go. Just tossing
That's
money
interesting.
at
Like if I were a millionaire, like if I was somehow good at sports or something, I would definitely have an arcade game in my house to play. Like I'm sure. What's
I
that?
had an arcade game growing up.
Steve Breeze had an arcade game at his house when he grew up. What was it?
Did you call it friend?
Seawolf.
Seawolf?
Seawolf.
Yeah,
Love
Was
his
that
music.
the shooting game?
yeah, what is it called? Periscope.
Periscope?
Yeah.
That's cool. Spoiled rich kid.
Remember the sniper game?
At a garage sale.
Nice.
Did you know?
How much was it?
1,200.
Yeah, it was pretty cheap. I think it was like $8.
Wow, that's cool. Anyways,
I had a Nerf bow and arrow when I was growing up.
yeah.
This is my
That's-
apartment building.
All right, well, let's take a break. This flew by because Jason was late, and I'm eating. So let's take a break, and we're gonna come back, and we're gonna interview, and then do a short song from the New Seven. That's not how you say that.
The new stuff.
The New Seven or the New Seven?
The new stuff.
Am I putting the emphasis on it right? This is
The New 7.
Yeah, what is the emphasis in your band name?
Yeah, where's the emphasis in your band name? Is it the New Seven, or is it the New Seven, or is it the New Seven?
The new 7.
The New Seven.
The New 7.
The New Seven.
The new 7.
The song is called Spring Buzz. It is by Often the Thinker. Go out and buy Often the Thinker's new album, by the way. We're going to play a song for you. check. Smoke is really hot. Hello. 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 Checking the mics. That's what I'm doing. Okay, welcome back to the show. Welcome back to the Killer Radio Show on riverwestradio.com. I'm Brian Mason, and Eric is here. Let me try and get your mic to be on.
Is it on?
Is this thing on? Talk into it.
Hello, 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 hello.
Yeah, it's
Hello?
on. It is
Hello,
on.
hello.
It is on. We're joined right now by the new 7.
New 7. What's behind the name? How do you get called that?
Well, you know, it's really
Great
just,
question.
That is a good question. Oftentimes, it's like, oh, there's 7 of you guys, right? No, absolutely
There
not.
were 7. and
There
you
were,
made
yeah,
the
that's
new
huge
7.
problem.
Yeah.
Basically, it's kind of like it's the idea of like what artists do with the materials they have given to them. You know, taking, you know, like just the correlation between there's 7 notes in a musical scale, there's 7 colors in the color wheel. Nothing interesting happens with those things until there's an artist there to do something with it and create
Sure.
something new. So that's where the idea comes from. Just kind
Pretty
of.
deep, you guys.
It's
Rhode
nice
Island,
deep.
right? That's what
Yeah.
it is. It's the electoral vote of Rhode Island.
Keeping it on topic. I like it. Yeah. So you guys are local. You maybe didn't start here, but this is 2 members of the group. We have not Miles. We have Tony and Morgan joining us right now.
Yep.
But what's your full group? What does the full group look like?
Right now we're missing Tim, who's our bassist, and then we just added a new drummer, Nick Lang. So
Okay.
Both of those guys, you know, they played in groups around. Nick Lang played with, or he plays with Dead Man Carnival.
Friends of the show. We just had Sir
yeah.
Pinkerton on last week.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He
had
wore a
they
funny
had their
hat.
last shows. Of course, yeah. I mean, I've never seen him without something like that. But yeah, and Tim and you know, they used to be in Sun Rock Man, which is another sweet group from around here.
Right on. So you guys would you consider yourself like a River West group, a Milwaukee group, a Midwest group? Where do you think you draw most of your
I don't know. I still feel like
inspiration
I'm from the sticks. I mean, I am from the sticks.
yeah,
But,
you are. No.
You know, we.
Sticks.
Waukesha has the sticks.
Yeah,
by the way,
Waukesha's
Mark.
totally
Yeah,
the
you're not-
sticks, guys. Not me.
Yeah, stay out of this. Yeah, I don't know. Let's see, like a half hour outside of Madison.
So your songs are all about like how you
It's all about trees and
how you had to
air,
drive
fresh
to
air.
go to the movies.
Cultivating stuff.
Yeah. I'm from a small town too. Do you think that? I mean, who does most of the songwriting? Is it a collaboration? Morgan, Tony? Is it?
That's Tony.
I'm
Tony does the
doing the
songwriting.
songwriting.
You're
And there's
there.
a huge amount of input from everybody in the group. It's like it's always back and forth. There's always fresh ideas being passed around, and everybody has awesome input. You know.
yeah.
That's good. At least you don't want to kill each other. I know that, you know, like, oftentimes Eric will give me a tip on a joke and, like, I'll just nod my head and then not take it, you know? I listen sometimes. But
Yeah.
Yeah, there's veto options.
Yeah, you got to be able to respectively deny something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. So,
Where's the bird, you guys?
is that a lot of what it is? So speaking of veto power, you guys voted today? This is an
Absolutely.
interesting
did.
day to be like out there performing.
Historic.
Yeah, historic.
true,
It's a
that's
historic day.
Yeah.
Do you find that your music to be political? Do you find your music to sort of try and speak to everyone, or what's your goal with what you're doing?
Well, I mean, I guess a lot of the lyrics that I write are, I mean, it's all just the weird patterns of human nature. I mean, a lot of that does have to do with politics then.
Sure.
And I'm not really trying to say, you know, any specific opinions, but I like to point out flaws with everybody. And then at the end say, you know what, it's all
You're
right.
like my mother.
You gotta dress nicer. You know, I mean, like, you know, and then at the end be like, you know what, it's all right. We're all human. It's just
Yeah.
the way things are.
This song is called "Get a Haircut." Oh man, that's interesting. Well, why don't we give you guys a chance to show us what you can do, show the listeners what you sound like, and then I'll probably have a bunch more questions for you. So
Cool.
I'm gonna fuss around with the levels over here. I'm gonna
Yeah, we'll
certainly
play
mute Eric.
play one tune right now. Oh, and I do need to say something. There's somebody special listening right now. Her name is Jordan. She's my niece.
Oh, hello,
And-
Jordan.
And you know what? It's past her bedtime, but I think she's allowed to stay up right now because she's
Oh
listening.
my gosh. Does she have Twitter? Tweet the show.
Yeah, tweet
Jordan.
this. Tweet this.
We can take phone calls too. Now
Yeah, no, we can't do that. I'll turn the ringer off. Turn this. That's a good call. All right, well, take it away.
Is this gonna pick up?
This is off. I'll turn us off.
Cool.
Yeah, let me see. Grab the cans, see if I can pick up some levels, see what it sounds.
Yep. This is the new 7. What's the song? I've never done this.
This one's called Tiny Cars.
Okay. This is no. You start playing. I'll go right here.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
that's it.
Yeah.
You're listening to the Killer Radio. This is the new 7 with Tiny Cars.
Would you look at these tiny cars? Look at these tiny cars. Look at these tiny cars. Lock 'em up, lock 'em up, lock 'em up, lock 'em up. Hammer to the window, keys to the door. Come one, come on. I've gone belly up, belly up, belly up, belly up. Oh, now you've gone and messed up my day. You've wasted my time. Now it's only tick tock, tick till I blow. Tick tock, tick till I blow. But would you just look at these tiny cars? Look at these tiny cars. Look at these tiny cars. It wasn't a mother or a father, a lover or a friend. It was this stupid little toy. These things break every day. 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 These things break.
All right, that was pretty great.
Thank you, thank you.
That was our first live performance on the Killer Radio Show. I don't think we did too bad.
Glad to do that.
Great job by us, though.
I must say that intro was impeccable.
Yeah, it was
beautiful.
spot
I
on.
listen to a lot of NPR, so that really helps pays the bills. So great.
Thanks a lot.
So for you guys performing in Milwaukee, what are some of the venues that people can generally find you guys at?
Well, we just recently played at Linneman's Just down the street from here, one of our favorite spots. I mean, they just always have awesome sound and good people.
So we're doing a fundraiser.
Yeah, definitely great.
Yeah.
people.
Oh, your mic's not
Yeah,
on my.
no, it was very good. We played with I'm Not a Pilot and Project Trio.
Oh, I like that. I'm not a fan. They're good.
Yeah, it was such a good lineup, great turnout. But other than that, I mean, we played
Yield, we did the Man After Dark
Oh, fun.
series.
Milwaukee Art Museum. That was
Very nice.
Yeah.
So, Morgan, what is your musical background? Were you just, like Whitney Houston in the church singing?
I mean, I grew up doing a couple of musicals and stuff like that, but I actually went to college for opera performance. So
Oh, wow.
that's
She's
my
got pipes.
music.
Holy cats.
That's my
School
background.
around here, or?
Yeah, I went to UWM.
Oh, nice.
cool. We actually, everybody
Go
in the group
Panthers.
did
Yeah, go Panthers.
Yeah,
go
all
to
of us.
UWM.
Oh,
All
man,
of
I
us
like you guys
are-
even more.
Yeah.
Music kids at UWM. So
All right.
Absolutely.
Big basketball fan.
yeah,
Sure, why not?
yeah, totally.
So was it a tough transition to go into, I guess, like pop music
style?
or like I don't know what you guys would define yourself as, but it's certainly not
Definitely
opera.
not opera. We try to stay away from
it's
that.
definitely not opera. No, I think I kind of always wanted to do something more along these lines, but having the classical background is a good foundation for singing,
Absolutely.
and I'm at least knowing that I'm going into it in a healthy way and singing properly.
Yeah, it's always
Yeah.
it's,
It's
it's
good for
really good to have
longevity.
her around to when I'm like, why can't I sing this, Morgan?
So you're classic.
Well,
I mean,
because
like,
you're not breathing, or
well, Eric and I are both classically trained comedians, so it's
Classically.
yeah,
Yeah.
classically.
Dr. Mark.
you watched a lot of TV then. So.
Yep. Vaudeville trained.
I thought so with the mustache.
Yeah,
You know?
You should see my puppet. So that certainly wasn't opera, but.
No.
So your background comes from a very traditional sense, and it seems like you're more self-taught, Tony. Do you find that allows you guys to work well together, or
Well, yeah, I mean, I guess originally I was pretty much self-taught for a long time. I guess I started when I was like 9 or 10, but I did, I went to school at UWM for music for like fingerstyle
okay.
guitar and jazz guitar. So we definitely, we have a similar, I guess, throughout college we have a similar background.
Yeah.
Different styles and everything. I never really did the classical thing, but once I got out, I just kind of definitely took a lot of influences from, the music
Drugs.
that I liked.
Like, took a lot of
From all
drugs.
kinds of drugs and, no.
starting any sentence with like, I took a lot of influences. I took a lot of influences. That's tough. That's gonna be tough.
Sound effects too. But yeah, there's a lot of influences in this group. All kinds of styles. It's good to have
It really
everybody.
comes out too. I mean, it's not like that folky, but it's not like super rock and roll either. It's really good, like good mix. It's
Good
really
balance. Yeah. So do you find that what do you like to listen to? Like where do you actually draw those influences from? Like what would your primary influences be? You can say your parents.
I'd say I would. Well, they definitely helped me out a lot.
Yeah.
Say your
that's
niece.
for
Say your
damn-
niece.
And my niece.
My mom.
Shout out to
Dad.
Jordan.
Yeah, number 2. No, I think like bands. I don't know. I find myself listening to a lot of. I don't know. Grizzly Bear to me
Grizzly Bear.
is those guys. Those guys know how to do something right.
Yeah. King claps in the back. Grizzly
yeah.
bears in general.
Yeah.
Grizzly Bears.
Yeah, the
Sasquatches.
Yeah,
Yeah, those
there's
things.
the
They
sound.
are really good at guitar.
Panda bears.
Yeah, Panda Bears and the band Panda Bear. Either way,
yeah.
like all bears. What is with bears? You guys should put
I don't know.
bear
We
in
should
your
just
name.
the new Bears. Should
Yeah,
we be the
like-
new Bears instead
Yeah.
of
Chicago
Bear
Bears.
7?
Yeah.
Bear
Yeah.
7.
Bear 7. Huh?
Bear 7. How about that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Bear 7. Fair.
I like the name. It's like it's different and it makes you think too. And hopefully you can Google it. Like that's the most important thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, if it pops up on Google, that's.
Although I think what pops up is like the new 7 Wonders of the World. When
Yeah.
you type it in, I'm pretty sure what
Or like
pops up.
if
That's-
7 Up has a new flavor, it's like.
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. The new 7 Up. Yeah.
Those jerks.
So recording your music, you have a recording in the future that you're planning to do. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, well, like I said, Nick is a new drummer, so he's kind of, this last show we did with him was the first one with him, and so we're kind of working on getting him a little bit more, acclimated with all of us, and then we're gonna record really soon. We're hoping to get in there before the yield before December 20th.
Yeah.
Okay.
And get some
Yeah.
stuff going.
End of the
Yeah.
world.
Just in
Before
time
the,
for
yeah, we'd
Christmas.
like to get an album
Right
out
before the end of the
blows
world.
up, or
Yeah.
I mean, I want to have
Bolts or something.
something that some alien's gonna find behind.
True. And you guys are pretty big with aliens, we should say.
Yeah.
absolutely.
It's a big deal on
That's our
Mars over
primary
here.
influence.
Yeah. Oh man. I'm trying to think of Outer Limits puns to help me. Just to prove that I'm a comedian, I'm thinking of Outer Limits puns. No, I'm sure Dan Aykroyd loves you guys. So that's exciting. I think like recording is like one more piece of the puzzle, you know. So you've got live shows, getting things out there and building a fan base, and then having something tangible for them to take home. But what do you think are some of the other things that you would like to do as a group that maybe you haven't done yet?
Well, I mean, I'm making to tour. I mean, I'd
Yeah.
absolutely love to travel.
Grammy.
You know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
a
Grammys.
Grammy would be
It's
good.
tour and then Grammy.
Where would you like to
Pretty
tour?
much
Where would be a fun place to go for you? Like, what would be cool?
Yeah.
Dare to
Last time I was, last time I was out west in Denver, around Colorado area. I was talking with a lot of people. My friend Eric Frank from the last band that I was in moved out there, and and he's always saying how we got to just move out there and play, or at least tour out there and stuff. So that's definitely one spot we got to get into. But
Hit Red Rocks, right? In Colorado?
absolutely,
Yeah, that would be dope.
Oh yeah, that would be awesome.
yeah, we'll go just play with Wilco or something.
That's a pretty big space, I think. Eric.
Yeah.
It's a little bit bigger than
That's
this
a bit of a
corner
leap,
here.
but that's fine.
Well, I mean, you gotta dream big, right?
That's right.
There's a friend of the show, Jake
There
Cornelli.
goes Jake Cornelli. He's
Oh,
got
we
a
should
show.
say that they're playing a show right now. If you're at home and you want to go out and see a show, the Static Eyes are playing at Quarters Rock and Roll Palace here in River West,
Down
and
the street.
I can promise you that Jake Cornelli's band will not play a song that is over 2 minutes long.
Yeah.
That is I am dead serious. If you don't have patience and you don't like politics, go out
Yeah, I like loud music.
and like loud music. Go see Jake Cornelli.
Yeah. That's like a thing at Quarters, though. Like, they don't have jam bands at Quarters.
No, they do not. It is a rock and roll palace. Have you guys played there?
No, we haven't. That's another. We played
Wow.
Stonefly down the street here.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
played
play
Stonefly.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah. So you guys have day jobs too, just like comedians have day jobs.
Yeah.
What is?
We harmonized that one, Morgan. That was
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, that's pretty good. You harmonize so well. You're like, yeah, we wanna get out of our day job.
Yeah.
We just want to be famous musicians. That's all. Is it that hard?
Right.
Yeah.
I mean,
It is
come
that
on.
hard.
It's not so much to ask for, just let me do it.
Yes.
So if you're listening.
Yeah, if you're listening.
Yeah. Somebody, do you want to just go ahead and do that? That'd be cool.
Yeah. Jay-Z, I know you're listening.
Definitely.
All of the hosts from The Voice, I know this is your post-show ritual. So,
exactly.
Mr. Levine, Adam, if you're listening,
Sir Adam.
please contact us directly.
Yeah.
Tweet us too, please.
Yeah, tweet us, call in, email.
Can people follow you guys on Twitter and Facebook and all that?
We're
jazz?
definitely on Facebook. Does anybody?
I don't know. I don't go to. I don't do Twitter. I don't get the
I
Twitter.
tried to attach you guys in Windows 7.
God, you know.
The attachment or the Twitter account.
Yeah, I
I'm a little insulted.
don't know. I think I have a Twitter.
What do you mean? Does
I'm
anybody?
just far behind.
No,
I mean,
just
I
like
meant like within our group. We're just
That's
far
some
behind. with that.
backtracking right there that we just witnessed. They harmonized. They're like, no, Twitter's fine for you guys. Twitter is fine for you guys.
Only use Twitter. Twitter's cool. Never mind.
Yeah, I don't think. I mean, I know I don't. He doesn't.
I don't,
Tim,
no.
Tim, I would definitely say does not.
Tim, no.
What,
maybe.
no, Facebook and then a website. Do you have a Bandcamp as well?
TheNews7.com. We are on. Let's see.
Got
We're
it.
all just. We're on a bunch of different spots. You know, it's just we got to get this recording done, and it's going to be up real soon. We've got a couple of live things that we're going to probably kind of sneak out there just to tease people a bit.
Man, if only there was some place that was like a centralized location that you could just give short snippets of what's going on with the band. Oh, I don't know, like Twitter.
Maybe.
Maybe something along the Twitter
If
line.
only there was some way that people could follow us and know where we are all the time and what shows they have coming up.
No, definitely
fair.
check out thenews7.com and check them out on Facebook. I do find that Facebook's a good place for like musical acts, and certainly there are comics out there that use it as well too. Sean Shelna and Ryan Holman being two that have like actual comedian pages. I'm just like, I'll let anybody follow my personal one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Steve Breeze has a comedian page. I meant like
Come on.
No.
I'm already going with that. Like a real one.
So let's have another song, and then we do have another guest coming in. We have Miles Long from the Milwaukee Kings. So maybe if you guys wouldn't mind playing a song, and then we can have Miles on, and then I would be willing to have you guys come in and sing another song a little bit later too, if you can stick around.
Yeah.
You can play us out.
Sure.
Okay.
Sounds
So
good.
we'll do a song now. Sound
All
good?
right, this one is. Do you want to do that same thing? It really worked last time.
Okay, yeah.
This one's called Tire Garden.
Okay, this one's called. Okay, hold on.
All right, so I'll
figure out what
start
I'm
and
doing.
then you'll say something.
There's my mic. Okay, I got it. Okay. The new 7 on the Killer Radio Show. This is Tire
Garden. Yeah.
Tire Garden.
See these hilltop towers and vagabond trains running out of track. Tameless lips bear carnivore teeth, and peach fall stubble grows weathered and long. And I've never felt so small. And I've never felt so small. And I can hear your words, but your faith in God, and I can see that you believe in my doubt. I guess all I'm saying is, if I can't explain the sublime, then I'm in no place to know why I'm here to see it. The garden in the tire is gone and rotten. The garden in the tire is gone. The fallen seeds along this valley are calling out to be sown. Now still I hear your words, but your faith is in what? Now I can see that you find it beautiful, not to know but to question, to feel defeat and reason, so to open your mind. The garden in the tire is gone and rotten. The garden in the tire is gone. The fallen seeds along this valley are calling out to be sown. Oh, now, how is it I can feel everything around me, but I can't tell you what it means. Oh, now, how is it I can feel everything around me, but I can't tell you what it means. Everything around me, everything around me, everything around me. I cannot tell you what it means. Thank you, guys.
Very nice. Very nicely done.
We've got some Twitter questions. Can you field some Twitter questions for us?
Oh, absolutely.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Is this my first time
this is
like,
like
doing something with Twitter?
Twitter. This is our. What do you?
See-
What's the verb for that? What twittering?
Tweeting. It's,
Tweeting.
Tweeting.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah.
Oh my god.
know that?
You know, my mom is on Twitter. You guys. I'm just gonna put that out there.
Embarrassing.
At KR Parisi, I don't know if I'm saying that right, Parisi. She said that she would like to know the new 7's favorite musicians' bands are, aside from yourselves. You said Grizzly Bear, but like maybe let's like amend it. How about your favorite Milwaukee band right now? Your
Favorite
band?
Milwaukee band?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you know, I had a really good time with
Yeah,
I'm Not a Pilot.
was
you know, I
great.
mean, they're awesome. Icarus Down is fun to see. I like those guys. Any
I like the new Red Moons too. I'm friends with all those guys. so-
Miles Coyne, anything that guy
Yeah,
does
Miles
is
Coyne
always
is great.
fun. I love seeing him play.
There's a lot of things. Was there another question for them as
Yeah,
well?
there
on
was
Twitter?
another question,
You
yeah.
guys are huge on Twitter. Oh,
Yeah.
it's too bad.
Yeah.
What am I doing?
You have a huge fan base on Twitter just
really,
clamoring.
really
Yeah.
buzz squad in this Twitter
I
thing.
just went out- they said they didn't have Twitter. That's why everybody's intrigued now. They're like,
That's right.
What do you mean?
See, we're taking that mysterious thing.
You're
Right.
trending
Yeah.
right now.
You're
Yeah, guys.
they don't use Twitter.
I don't know what that means.
I don't know what that means.
Trending isn't a word.
Katie Sobek.
Okay.
She asks, what is your favorite Milwaukee bar?
Oh,
Yield.
well, that's Yield.
Yield?
Yeah.
I
Didn't
feel
you
like
have
she
to
just wanted to.
She wanted to
yeah.
plug
She wanted to
Yield.
plug-
Yield. Well, I mean, I'm gonna be there tonight watching
Oh,
the
you're gonna
election
be there
results.
tonight.
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
Well, if you want to hang
that's the
out
plan.
Yeah,
with
we'll definitely be there.
with the New 7, go to Yield and check
There
them
you
out. Well, I want
They
to
have,
say
like, political coverage going on at Yield? Is that what's
They,
going on? Or
well, you know, they will. I know they will. And also, 4 years ago, I was there for the election results, and
Oh,
and Obama won.
I was pleased.
yeah.
So
So you better get there.
I'm going back
Wow,
tonight. So.
you're really afraid to announce your political views on a internet radio station. I was huge liberal. I'll say it, you guys. He's got an Obama tattoo on his back.
It's fresh.
Yes, it's fresh. Bandwagon. He's a bandwagon liberal. That's what he is. Well, thank you guys so much for coming in here and playing a song. Are there any quick plugs that you want to give out right now? Like any shows you have coming up? And then we're going to bring in Miles Long from the Milltown Kings. And if you guys can stick around, we'll probably end the show around 9:30. You can play a song.
Cool. Yeah,
So any plugs that you want to give right now, though?
I just wish I wish Nick Lang and Tim Kaler could be here so we could play the full set.
Yeah.
But
Be
yeah,
awkward
I
to
mean,
get some drums in
yeah,
here.
get some drums in here.
yeah, it'll fit right.
There's a drum set downstairs. Yeah, that's right.
I don't know. I mean, the December 20th at Yield we'll be playing. That's always, you know,
Just
free.
you guys, or do you know who else you're playing with?
It's just going to be us there. You know, I think it'll probably be between 10 and 11:30 will be our set.
Okay.
It's always
cool.
free over there. Yield is just a great hangout. Love going there.
And they'll be creating a Twitter
deals.
feed probably
yeah,
tomorrow.
and you
So.
can
Yeah,
follow
I
us on
think
Twitter
apparently-
like in minutes. here.
10
In a, little,
minutes.
in a little bit, you can follow us on Twitter.
All right, so I'm just gonna play. I'm gonna play a quick song so you guys can move out, and then we'll bring in Miles.
Can I just say too that right now it's 162 all tie game.
Tie ball game right
Electoral
now.
votes for the president.
Oh boy, everybody's pulling out their phones.
That's crazy.
All
It
right,
looks like
let's play a
Wisconsin-
Static Eyes song too.
Wisconsin.
While we
Obama
move
for
around here.
Wisconsin, so that's good. Yeah.
Good.
There we go.
I'm trying to think of what's a Static Eyes song that we can play. Oh, that's right. They're all labeled here. And they're all like 2 seconds long, so this will work great.
Some of them might be kind of vulgar, so maybe we can.
Well, this is called Disaster. I'm sure it's fine.
And that, of course, is by MSNBC. Yeah.
All right, welcome back to the Killer Radio Show on RiverWestRadio.com. We're back. That was the fastest interlude ever because we have
2-minute disaster.
we've got Miles Long from the Milltown Kings. Welcome to the show.
Thanks, guys. Glad to be here.
Yeah.
Right on.
Very cool.
So, yeah, let's.
Jam-packed show.
Yeah.
We've had the New 7 playing some tunes. Did you enjoy standing? I know we made you wait a little bit, but
I had a great time, man. I was listening to them. They got a great sound.
Yeah, they're really good. Yeah.
They're awesome.
right on. So
Matter time for the
What's going on, Milltown Kings? Tell us all about everything.
Wow, that could be,
Painting.
like I said, that
Top
could be
to
a
bottom.
really long
There are no
story,
details.
man. That's
Yeah.
like 9 years of history going on.
yeah.
Give me
Because
this.
that's when we started. Was like 9 years ago. Milwaukee's premier
What are you
drag troupe.
asking?
If you can reach my coffee right there.
Oh,
Sorry.
So let's
Coffee is vital to survival.
let's start with what are the Milltown Kings?
Milltown Kings is a group of performers. It's mainly kings, but we also have queens. We've got bio guys. We've got bio girls. We do a little bit of everything.
So can you? There's a lot to
define
unpack
that.
with that
All
statement.
right. Okay. So
Give us
let's
a
break it
legend.
down. Okay.
Like my mom is probably listening, so she's not gonna know what any of that stuff
Am
means.
I gonna offend your mom? I don't want to offend your
No,
mom.
no, no.
pour yourself a glass of
There's
wine.
no way to offend my mother.
Awesome. Excellent.
It's about to get
So
bumpy.
like,
Dad never had me.
yeah, most people know what drag queens are. You know, it's guys
Okay.
that dress like women. Drag kings are the opposite. It's girls that dress like guys, like me. A bio femme is a girl that just dresses really high class, really stylish. She can shake her thing like nobody else can. Bio boys are guys that are just guys, but they perform with us also.
Okay, okay.
What is the difference between dressing well and being bio?
Well, bio just means like these are your actual parts that you're showing.
Gotcha.
Whereas like when I get up on stage, you know, I've got a mustache on usually or a beard. Your beard is very nice. I may use that for my next number. Seriously.
That's the most flattering thing I've ever heard.
Aw, you know,
Facial hair
I try. Facial hair, you know, the guys like go all out with that kind of
I'm
stuff.
gonna tweet out later that a Milltown King told me my mustache was good. That's like some
It's
that's
pretty
some
epic.
street
Is that
cred.
I wish
right?
everybody could see this mustache because it's pretty epic. It really is.
So your shows, it sounds like, encompasses a lot of things. So there's performance pieces to it. There's costume. I guess not really costume. What would you call that? How do I say that right?
Sometimes it's costume. I mean, depends on the number. We do a lot of different things. You know, some of our pieces are political. Some people sing live. Sometimes we act out a number. Sometimes we do our own interpretation of
So
a song.
it's really to showcase the individuals for who they are and want to be represented as on a stage for all to see. I think that's pretty positive.
Yeah,
Do you find that you have, you know, what is the goal of the Milltown Kings? How do you want to express what that goal is?
Basically, it's just a positive expression of the LGBTQ community for the most part. Not only them, but you know, just all aspects of the art community.
Yeah.
You know, performance art, actual paintings, and just everything out there. Just pulling it all together. Like I said, we do political numbers where we'll get up on stage and be like, Rami is an asshole, and you know, do our own interpretation of how he is.
Art is art, folks.
What is
Art is
Yes.
art.
what does that entail? Like, what's a typical? What would that performance be from beginning
Well,
to end?
let's see. Like we have a number coming up, Mr. Leo Long, who is one of our founding members.
Okay.
And I have a number coming up where we show like a Republican candidate, Mitt Romney, coming out onto stage, and then another candidate pops out, Barack Obama, and is like, this is why you're wrong, this is why you're wrong, this is why you're wrong. Romney's fighting back, and at the end, Romney switches direction. That's our number.
So it gives you an opportunity to, you know, not only tell your views or speak your views on a stage, but also to add a little bit of fun to the ordeal. I guess if it wasn't fun,
Yes.
nobody would go.
Yes.
Situation, because that's all. It's meant to stir up all of these extreme emotions. By doing that, you kind of soothe it out. You massage out
Point
the
out
knot.
the hypocrisy and all.
Sometimes, yes. Other times, we're actually out there trying to stir up those emotions.
Right.
Like, let it out. You know, this is how you feel. It's cool. You know, you're allowed to feel that way, and so we'll
Is it
just.
hard to find that line between trying to keep people entertained and also trying to make that point?
Are you speaking from experience, Jason? That sounds like one of your sets right there.
I'm trying to learn how to do
No, I
it
think it's a good
better.
point.
Sometimes yes, sometimes no. I mean, some of us are very blatant in what we're trying to represent or what we're trying to talk about. Other times it'll be more of a hidden agenda or hidden meaning in what we're doing, and it's those few key audience members that'll be like, I gotcha.
Yeah,
Yeah.
those are the ones that are best.
Those are the awesome ones.
Like
I
the
love
six
those. Those
scattered
are my
people that are
favorite
like-
fans.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
So, being a part of the LGBT community, I think that one of the things that we don't get to perform in front of so often are some of the younger communities. Are you inclusive with those groups? Do you find yourself performing at either the college institutions, high school institutions, anything like that?
Well, for the most part, all our shows are 21 and over. We perform at the Miramar Theater. So when we have like our actual shows, it's 21 plus. But as long as you're 21, whatever, come on over. We did just last year. We started kind of a traveling troupe. We have performed at several universities. Last year or over the summer, we performed at La Crosse Pride, and it was on
awesome.
Family Day. So I mean, there were all ages there. It was really awesome to interact with everybody for once.
That sounds really
Yeah.
rewarding too. Like I know that, we are always trying to break in with younger groups, but like we don't necessarily have a message. We don't
Right.
necessarily have like an
Keep trying to set up
all-inclusive
shows for
inclusive
homecoming.
viewpoint.
It's really
Yeah.
But it sounds like your group is very accommodating to individuals that at least have a good head on their shoulder. It's
Yeah.
like if your
Yeah.
opinion is discriminatory, you're not going to include it, obviously.
Right, and, you
do you
know-
find yourself playing for audiences ever that are more difficult?
Absolutely. We never know what we're going to walk into when we do a traveling number. We
Right.
don't know who we're going to be dealing with or, what the crowd's going to be like.
Walking into it.
Right. So, but we've also learned to kind of accommodate our numbers to who we're performing for. We try to get as much
Yeah.
information beforehand and go from there. So,
like-
we don't piss off the nuns at MATC
Yeah, that's a good point.
like we did. Sorry, MATC.
Lesson learned.
Have you
lesson
ever
learned.
faced any real opposition trying to prevent you from doing what you're doing?
Like a heckler ever?
Not even just a heckler. I mean, from anybody who just opposed the whole idea of it.
I'm sure there are people like that out there, but they kind of know better not to come to our shows because they'll pretty much get overrun by a bunch of crazy kings that are going to whoop their ass.
Has
So,
that ever happened? Has there ever been a Milltown beatdown?
no, we try not to beat up people that might become potential fans.
Jason's
like
trying to
that.
get the
To be fair,
dirt.
though, the Kings do carry a reputation, I think, where it's like you don't really mess with them because,
Yeah, you never quite know what you're going to get when you mess with a king.
absolutely.
So I don't think people mess with us
Street
too much.
fights days.
How
Yeah,
many?
correct.
I guess it begs the question of how many kings are out there. I mean, in terms of, I know it seems like a term of endearment not just for the performing group but also for the community at large. Would you say that's correct?
Yeah, I mean, like as far as our group, we have like 13 members and it's always a rotating cast. But I mean, there's thousands and thousands of people out there that
In
I
this
mean,
city?
In the city alone, yeah, too. I mean, if you go to the LGBT community center, I mean, you'll see us hanging out there all the time, and it's actually a pretty big thing.
You guys need to have like a. We've had so many groups on this radio show that I mean we have the River West 24 people. We have the Milltown Kings now. We have the
Carnival.
the Carnival.
Yep.
We have
Us.
all of the improv folks. The improvised musical. That whole group. We need to have like the craziest brewers barbecue or tailgate experience of all time. We need to get all of the groups in one place for like the most epic
Milwaukee-palooza.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say you'll need a pretty big venue for that. Yeah,
I think
there's a ton.
if we got everybody in one place, like I don't know what would go down, but I know that it would be just like epic.
It would be epic.
A lot
Yeah.
of fun.
Property values would go down. So, what are some of the other groups that you've performed with in the city that you like and enjoy performing with?
Well, we've got our sister group, which is the Brew City Bombshells,
Oh yeah, friends of
and
the
also
show.
Friends of
the
the show.
Broom City Bomb Shafts.
Frank-
Ed Nugent.
Yeah,
Ed Nugent, yeah,
Ed
the
Nugent,
Jason and I-
buddy.
Raven.
Jason and I did a show at Sunfly
Yeah.
Bomb Chefs, Early Humanity.
Oh
That
yeah,
was a lot of fun.
Yeah,
With Leo, yeah.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's been the catalyst for so many awkward moments.
we got a
This
phone
is an
call.
actual phone
Uh-oh.
call.
We got a phone call.
No, we don't. They hung up.
Wimped out.
Prank caller.
Wrong number. Yeah, I guess so.
I wanted to talk to them.
So I mean, your sister group being the Bombshells and the Bomb Shafts, I think that's probably a pretty good pairing because they're an anything goes group as well.
Yeah, for sure.
What would you? I know I ask this a lot to a lot of the groups. Is what do you want to do that you haven't done yet?
That's a loaded question. There isn't really anything that we probably haven't done that we don't want to do because we kind of just whatever we want to do, we do it. Because that's
awesome.
what we can do. And
Yeah.
It's a good attitude.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Grab 'em by the horns and be like,
that's
hey.
totally it. I mean, sometimes we're funny, sometimes we're serious, sometimes we're all of the above.
Yeah.
Just kind of we
We've never
kind of
been
just
fat.
go with the flow and just go with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How did you, Miles? How did you find the group? Are you a part of the proprietors of the group, or did you find the group outside of that?
Both. Leo and I and Zeke Paddington, who's a current member, and a few other guys had actually gone and done a drag show down in Chicago. And then there was a show at Walker's Pint, a guys' drag show going on, and a few of them went. They started up the Milltown Kings. So I'm going to see
I'm
if it's a
turning
prank
this
caller
ringer
again.
off because I don't think it's actual calls.
But I've always been kind of involved with them. I just didn't become like an official member until about, I think this is my 3rd season with them.
Okay.
So
it was a matter of seeing shows that they were performing in those shows, and then you were an admirer, wanted to be a part
well,
of it.
I guest performed at a few shows because we have guest performers at every show. I had always been Leo and I actually go back like 14 years. So
Oh, okay.
So I've always known him, and he's just always kept me abreast of what was going on.
What is your act specifically outside of? I know you mentioned a little bit of what the political side of it, but what would you say? Like, how has your act evolved over the years as a performer?
It's changed a lot. I used to be mainly a impersonator. I did a lot of Johnny Cash impersonations.
Oh, no way, cool.
Yeah, so that's what I pretty much stuck to for quite some time. Since then, I've rapped. I've done
Straight from Johnny Cash to rap. That's a strong.
Well, I didn't say I went straight there. I might have veered along the way, but I do some.
Like a parody of songs? Like what song would you parody for Johnny Cash?
Oh, it's not a parody. I do like lip syncing.
Oh,
for
okay.
the most part. And I've done some like classic Frank Sinatra. I've
Oh,
sung
yeah.
live on stage. I've done a little bit of everything now.
Awesome.
That takes
So
guts.
cool. So
Yeah.
cool.
Those are big personalities, big shoes to fill.
Yeah.
They
You
are.
know, that takes a load of confidence, wits, and I would imagine actual ability.
Well, the nice thing
To
about
lip
it
sync, though,
is, we do our interpretations of it. So,
Yeah.
some of us do strictly impersonations. Others of us just, go out there and do whatever feels right or how they feel about the song
Yeah.
or what the song represents to them.
Sure.
So it's very open as far as what you can do with any song out there.
And I know that like this kind of stuff, I was talking to Ed about this, and like it's surprising the amount of work that goes into something like this. Like you would just be like, oh, you lip sing a Johnny Cash song. It doesn't sound that complex, but when you get behind it and you get all everything put together with the
stage
choreographing
performance and everything.
choreographing
Yeah, you
and
can't
like the
just-
costumes and everything, like it's,
Yeah, there's a lot that
Know
goes
the words
into it.
and-
Plus, with our shows, like we do all the setup and teardown for the theater.
Yeah, yep.
We do all our own PR work. We do everything
Yeah.
from beginning to end for a show. So there's a lot of work that goes into it.
that's cool that you get the recognition and that you guys deserve. That's really cool.
Yeah, definitely.
So it sounds like how would people get involved with Milltown Kings, or would they find out more about you guys?
Well, we have a website, milltownkings.com, and on there is a contact us link, of course, so you can contact us through there. We are on Facebook, obviously.
Twitter. That's the
Are
big
you on
question.
Twitter? That's been the
We
question.
are on Twitter.
Yes.
Oh my
yeah.
Sorry, guys.
One
I'm
up.
sorry.
New
Yes.
7 is over
We
there
are
in the
on
movie
Twitter
section.
at Milltown Kings. So you can tweet us. I personally, if it helps, don't know how Twitter works. I even have a Miles Long Esquire account, and I never use it. So,
But it's there.
but it's
That's
there.
right.
My fans can follow me. That's right.
I cannot express enough to the listeners how they should go and follow at Meltdown Kings. And the new Sevens Twitter account when it gets created tomorrow. She's doing it on her phone right now.
Right, it's getting done. Thank God.
Twitter handle pending. That's
Oh man, you guys really make me think that there should be these groups out there in Milwaukee, because our group lets whoever wants to come on stage and try and tell jokes, but there's going to be so many people out there that don't want to tell jokes. They want to go and do something else, and you guys offer that, and I think that's fantastic. The more of comedy and performance groups that we see, the better for this city. How do you think that Milwaukee has been as somewhere to come up as an entertainer? Like, how do you think it's facilitated you? How do you think that perhaps it's stifled you in any way?
Personally, I've always been one of those people that, I'm going to do whatever I want just because I can. It's part of being an American. So, I don't really care what anybody else thinks. So when it comes to doing my performance, if you don't like it, you don't have to come watch it. It's that simple. Don't come to our show. I don't care. You're missing out. So it's your loss.
I think we that is the thing that we struggle with too. I think being a part of it.
Don't like it?
Yeah, if you don't like it,
Right.
get out. But you need some of those people to like it. You need some of them to go home.
Do you find that Milwaukee is supportive of what you're doing?
I don't know about Milwaukee as a whole, but I'd say definitely our community is.
Why wouldn't they be though?
Yeah,
why wouldn't
I
Milwaukee?
mean-
Because Milwaukee has a nasty habit of turning a blind eye to its own talent.
yeah.
Yeah,
I
that's
would
true.
agree with you. I would agree with
Creativity.
you.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
And right away, when you're on the verge of getting noticed, then they go, "Oh, I think I'll just go watch The Voice."
Right, yeah, exactly. Yeah. They don't really
Adam
like the local
Levine.
thing unless you're in the local areas like
They
Eden
love
or
you when
River
you
West.
leave.
Right.
Yeah, that's true.
You're
Yeah.
great then, yeah.
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 They love you when you're visiting, when you're on tour and you're coming through. Then it's like, "Oh my God, he's from Milwaukee!" Yay!
Right, kind of like that guy from the Bodines or whatever his name is.
What?
Well,
Yeah, that guy.
our show is in a.
Yeah.
We have a huge feud with the Bodines.
Yeah.
We also have a
I'm
huge
sorry.
food. What was that?
Something really
Bodines.
loud. It was the Bodines.
It was the Bodines. We can't even mention their names.
The Bodines are angry.
So, what events that are coming up would you like to talk about before we bring on some more music to close the show?
We have our next show coming up November 24th at the Miramar Theater.
Oh, right on.
It is our apocalyptic show. So
Lipstick. Oh, my.
Good.
come on out, bring your friends.
Bring
we'll
the
be there.
puns.
That was
Yeah.
punerific. Yeah.
There will be much fun
Wonderful.
to be
There will be
had.
puns.
Yes, there will be many puns, I'm sure.
So,
The good, the bad, and the punny.
Exactly.
and the Miramar, great place for shows too. All together. I mean, I know that there was or is a open mic there, right?
Comedy? No longer.
No,
longer.
One on stage.
But there's a-
Wednesday night open mic stage right inside.
But the
Miramar.
Dead Man's Carnival does do their show there
Yeah,
on
DNC
the
is still there,
reg.
yeah.
So we big support. I support the
okay.
Miramar. I mean,
There's an open mic on Tuesdays. It's general, just music and everything.
Yeah,
On
that's true.
Tuesdays.
Yeah, and Bill's fixing up the theater. It's starting to look real nice. So
Yeah.
well, you might want to book a comedy act in there, Bill, if you're listening.
Yeah.
there you go.
Also, Bill, if you're listening, it gets a little cold in there sometimes. So,
Yeah, it gets a little chilly, especially in the winter.
That's funny. That is funny.
maybe like line the windows with some plastic.
Yeah.
Let's make that happen.
Well, let's. Jason, do you have any other questions?
Wow, blank stare. That's
Blank
awesome.
slate.
Where'd you get your glasses?
I got them at zennyoptical.com and they cost me less than $100.
Nice.
Boom.
Oh.
Boom. There's another
Major
plug.
score.
Another plug.
Very
There you
nice.
go.
What's your
Wait, can I
end
ask
game?
another question? I have another
you obviously
question.
want to burn down the world with everything that you do. So I mean,
I wouldn't go that far, but I just want to have a good time.
I mean, what do you in 10 years? What's your 10-year plan?
Yeah, what's the 10-year plan?
Man,
10-year plan,
10
yeah.
years.
Like, she's wonderful. Yes, yeah.
No. I don't even want to try that game. But no.
Because you
I-
like your soul.
Aw, that's nice. Something about my soul, yeah. No, I would definitely like to see, a little more community involvement and see things be a little more open and, enough of this narrow-minded BS that is
Yeah.
our world right now.
Absolutely.
You know, if you're not from
Absolutely.
the right side of the tracks, you're
Yeah.
out the door on your keister. So.
Yeah. Let somebody do- let
Are you
somebody
saying
do-
that we should show respect to poor people
Wait a second.
I know, it's such a crazy concept, but it just might work.
and women?
Well, that's as political as the show's really gotten this evening. We haven't given many updates to
I was
say.
trying
Nobody
really
wants
hard
to
to say
talk about it,
non-political
yeah.
there.
What? Everybody gets so afraid to come out and like say they're political. Like, do you think anybody's like gonna flip their lid if the LGBT-friendly Milltown Kings come out and say that they're Democrat? Like,
Well, I don't think anybody who's come to one of our shows would know anything else that
Yeah.
we're a bunch of liberal Democrats. So it's all
that's
good.
fine. Be who you are. We don't.
Yeah.
We don't.
Like
it's fine.
I hate abortion, but I love the Milltown Kings.
I heart you.
All right. Well, on that note, I want to say thank you so much to Miles, and if you get the chance to go out and see the Milltown Kings, definitely do it. Follow them on Twitter so you know what they're doing. Check them out on Facebook when they do.
Follow them on
What's
Twitter.
the date
Follow
of the
them
show?
on the street.
What's the date of the show at the Miramar?
November 24th.
November 24th, Apocalyptic. Go check it out. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to play a short interlude here, and we're going to get the new 7 back up to play us out with a song. I'm going to let Jason do the segue for it too. So you're going to be really excited. This will take very short amount of time. Thank you again, and here you go.
Thank you.
This song is by the Static Guys, who are playing at Quarters right now.
Probably around 10, they said.
Okay, but like you just ruined my.
Montesano, is that how you say it?
Montesanto.
You're on.
Okay. Is this mic on? I don't know if this one.
Yeah, you're
Oh,
on.
yeah, that's okay. Okay. Great. All right. Yeah, so we got a tweet from the Twitterverse. Really quick.
Oh, is that what they call that thing?
Oh.
It's from
maybe.
Pete Montesanto. He said, "You guys sound awesome. When do you think you're going on tour?"
Oh. All right, Pete.
Let's go with spring.
Spring.
Yeah.
Oh, you
Yeah.
heard it here first. You heard it here first.
We're gonna do that.
Killer Radio Show exclusive.
Yeah. And Ryan's gonna come on tour with him and do the intros for every song.
Oh yeah.
All right, so now we're gonna close out our program here with another song by the New 7. It's called Old Vincent. I'm gonna read right out the lyric sheet. It's called Old Vincent. Play us out. Oh my God, thank you guys so much. You guys are fantastic. Fading away.
Pick a color, name it rose. Drop a seed and there it grows. His favorite it was until one day, on top of that rose he laid. Dirty thorns bit into his skin and woke him up to that bottle of gin. He worked all day to set it up right, but on his knees he wept all night. Who's
that walking up the road I see? Is it you? Is it you? Whisper not, for I cannot speak to you. Woe to you. Next morning he finds a bag full of the seeds that he wished he had. The second time around he knows he ought to take good care of this rose. Feed it water, give it life. Toss that bottle, get ready your knife. Watch it grow into the land while you shake old Vincent's hand. Hello Vincent, it's been a long time. Weeks and years and dollars and dimes. But we pushed off too long, I'd say, like a Christmas tree up until April or May. Sorry about ignoring you. Sorry for the things that I let you do. But it's okay, I'm here again. Good to see you, my old friend. Who's that walking up the road I see? Is it you? Is it you? Whisper not, for I cannot speak to you. What are you? Who's that walking up the road I see? Is it you? Is it you? Oh, whisper not, for I cannot speak to you. What are you?
All right, well, that's the show for this week. Pretty good showing by the new 7, and I want to thank Tony and Morgan, both of you. I want to thank the Milltown Kings, and I want to thank Miles Long especially. Thank you to everyone for being a part of the show, and tune in next week at 8 for the Killer Radio Show if you like what you heard tonight, and follow us on Twitter at Cast of Killers, and you can tweet us #KillerRadio or find out more about the show on Facebook. Right here.
And,
good night. Good night.
Art Bar this week too. So if you live in the area, come out to Art Bar this Thursday.
Yep, or check out castofkillers.com for stokcomedy.com for all of our shows. All right, that's it. That's it. I'm out.
Oh man, it's an old time.